Hello and welcome to the second to last edition of Mornings. I'm Melissa Cubitt.
And I'm Christina Stidham. Today is Tuesday, June 3rd, 2014, and it is an A Day here at North Penn High School. Mr. Brumball wants to test your knowledge of anatomy in this week's challenge. Here's your question.
Hey, welcome to this week's Brumball Challenge. We're going to change it up a little bit today with an anatomy question. What body part's length is the same as the distance between your wrist and your elbow? The answer when we get back.
The North Penn High School Odyssey of the Mind team placed first at the Odyssey of the Mind World Finals last week at Iowa State University. The NPHS students on this team include senior Alex Ives, juniors Robert Gabler, Max Ives, Anthony Flores, Kevin Chen, and sophomore Madison Wernes. The team competed in a technical problem against 47 other teams in the high school division, including teams from Poland, Singapore, Mexico, China, Germany, Canada, South Korea, and the U.S. The North Penn team solution included technical elements involving the use of electromagnets, motors, LED lights, a chemical reaction, and a team-created theremin. The team used recycled items to make impressive props and costumes, scoring an almost perfect score in this category. This was the team's 5th consecutive year competing at World Finals. Congratulations to the team for their extraordinary accomplishments.
Preschoolers recently got a chance to celebrate at the high school in a special event. North Penn News reporter Melissa Cubitt has more.
Child development and preschool laboratory classes recently held their annual Stars of the Future Festival. Each class set up booths for the preschoolers and their families to enjoy. Students took their little buddies to the different booths, which included face painting, relay races, crafts, and water games. After the festival ended, the preschool graduates went to the Odeon for a graduation ceremony. The festival was a great way for students to spend time with their buddies and families to see the Child Development Program in action. Reporting for North Penn News, I'm Melissa Cubitt.
The North Penn Auto Club recently held its 17th annual auto show. After taking a trip to the Philadelphia Auto Show, members of Auto Club organized their own show for North Penn. Many students entered their cars into different categories for everyone to see during lunch periods. The North Penn Model A Ford Club also brought a variety of classic cars to the event. Thank you to everyone who brought out their cars to the event, and congratulations on a successful show.
The auditorium was full of music at last week's Spring Choral Concert. Under the direction of Mr. Klenk, the North Penn Chorus performed 8 songs, 2 of which were in different languages. Smaller groups performed as well, including the jazz group Ambassadors, women's choir, men's choir, and chamber singers. Overall, the night featured challenging musical pieces that were diverse and impressive. Congratulations to Mr. Klenk and the entire chorus on a successful concert.
Mr. Monero is here with members of JROTC to discuss plans for the summer. Mr. Monero.
All right, good morning, North Penn High School. In this penultimate episode of the morning show, I am here with Alex Arnold and Nick Kunkel, and they are from the JROTC, and you guys have a leadership camp coming up this summer, right?
Yes, we do.
All right, tell us all about it.
So the camp is July 21st through the 25th.
Okay.
And it builds leadership skills and teaches teamwork skills as well. It takes place at McGuire Air Force Base. We go to a water park, and at the end of the week, we take all the cadets to laser tag. So it's pretty much just a fun time for all the kids to get together, build leadership and teamwork skills with each other.
All right, great, Alex and Nick. You don't have to be an ROTC to be at the camp, right?
No, absolutely not. You can, anyone from 8th grade and up can do it. You don't have to be an ROTC.
All right, how do you sign up?
To sign up, you can go online on North Penn's website, or you can go to H4 to pick up a slip.
All right, website or H4 for Summer Leadership Camp coming up in July. Anything else?
That's pretty much it.
All right, and you could also, if you see either of these two upstanding students in the hallway, you could definitely ask them more information too, because you guys know it all, right?
Definitely.
Yep.
All right, outstanding. Have a great day, North Penn. Back to the desk.
11th grade AP English classes were in for a special surprise last week. North Penn News reporter Rebecca Rosenblatt has more.
A bagpiper led the 11th grade advanced placement English classes through the hills of Scotland. Well, not really the hills of Scotland, but to a field at North Penn High School. True to the climate of Scotland, the skies were moody, the air was damp and chilly, a perfect setting for a short reenactment of Shakespeare's Macbeth. After a brief lesson on the bagpipes, students reenacted Act 1, Scenes 3 and 4, where the witches meet Macbeth to truly immerse themselves into the classic play.
Fair is foul and foul is fair on a day like today. The weather is cooperating. So if witches,
I'll drain him dry as hay. Sleep shall neither night nor day hang upon his penthouse lid. He shall live, a man forbid, weary 7 nights.
Although the time was short, the experience was unique for the students.
I thought it was a really great experience. You know, we were able to get into the play and experience it in a new way.
sometimes it seems as if we test and test and test, and we're very serious. And I think at this point in the year, it's nice for kids to have some fun and remember why they take English class, which is to learn to love what they read. And I think bringing the bagpiper helped them feel as if they were in Scotland and get into the mood of Macbeth.
And oftentimes, to win us to our harm, the instruments of darkness tell us truths, win us with honest rifles.
For North Penn Television, I'm Rebecca Rosenblatt.
In today's Artist Spotlight, we are featuring 2 students with a new sound and a blossoming career. North Penn News reporter Christina Stidham has more.
Give me the chance before I try.
2 students at North Penn are putting their talents to work in the professional world.
Hi, I'm Anthony Kovich.
I'm Jake Walter.
And we're Read the Program.
This duo has taken a huge step in their musical careers, recently signing a contract with a local producer who has worked with professional artists like Wiz Khalifa and Nero, a British electronic band. Influenced by artists such as Incubus, Mumford & Sons, and John Mayer, the group creates soulful songs using guitar, piano, vocals, and a cajon percussion box.
We're currently recording in lounge studios. We'll have our album coming out in July and a single called Changing coming out on iTunes in the next month, so check it out.
Look for Read the Program on YouTube and their single entitled Changing on iTunes, available in July. Reporting for North Penn News, I'm Christina Stidham. The dudes get into some trouble in this week's Dude Report.
Is this that book about Christmas Carol?
About Christmas Carol?
Yeah.
Well, that says the sea and the ships.
So yes.
I can't even...
What's wrong with you? Why do you have such a bad attitude? I don't understand.
There wasn't even a ramp. Why'd you even try?
Well, I got close.
And you forced me to get in the trunk. Almost killed me in the
tricked
process.
you, I would like to say.
And now we have detentions for the rest of the year. We might not graduate.
He said maybe he'll think about it. I don't understand your problem. It was fun.
No, just think back. Think back.
I don't even understand. It wasn't that bad. What happened?
Alright, dude, what do you have to show me?
See that back there? I think it's like a rat's nest or something.
Oh, God!
All right, let's go. Gnarly. Think of it this way. Just some bros hanging in attention. Right?
Tonight, the Senior Awards Ceremony will occur in the auditorium at 6:30 p.m. This will be a night of prestige and honor for all award recipients. On Thursday, the North Montco Technical Career Center will hold its Senior Recognition Night at 7 p.m. in the North Penn Auditorium. Seniors, make sure you check the calendar to stay up to date on all senior events.
Let's check in with Mr. Brumball to find out the answer to this week's Brumball Challenge.
Hey, welcome back. The answer you've all been waiting for. The body part whose length is the same as the distance between your wrist and your elbow is your foot. Bet you didn't know that? Now you do. Thanks for playing this week's Brumball Challenge.
The The winner of this week's Brumball Challenge is Mr. Kiki's class in room C25. Just a reminder to all seniors to purchase your class night tickets this week during lunch for $5. When you buy your ticket, put some change in the teacher's bucket of your choice to help choose who is in the dunk tank at class night. Tickets are only on sale during lunch, so don't miss out on this event of the year, which features the world premiere of the senior class video. That is all for this edition of Mornings. I'm Melissa Cubitt.
And I'm Christina Stidham. We leave you with scenes from this weekend's NPSD Iron Knights Triathlon. Have a magnificent day, North Penn.